Hey everyone, welcome to the Rebellious Garden. My name is Laura and I'm so glad you're here today. Today's video is going to be kind of a reflection of 2024. What went right, what went wrong, and how I'm letting the things that went right and wrong kind of inspire what I'm going to do moving forward in 2025. While I'm talking to you, I am going to make some quick focaccia bread to be rising for supper. Typically focaccia bread is an overnight bread, or you let it rise overnight, but I'm going to do a quick version of it so we can have some with supper. So I'm going to be talking and cooking. So what went right in 2024? We were able to expand our grow operations. We expanded the area in the field at which we grew. We grew some new varieties. We tried some new varieties that some of them I like and I kept, and then others we're going to kind of nix for next year, or this year. Some of them were more time consuming, tedious, maybe they required a little bit more hands-on work, and so it was just more time consuming. So we might not use them this year. I have a recipe over here so I don't forget it, so I'm looking at that. So 2024 was a bit of a chaotic year for us. It was a year of change, changing schools, changing living situations. Our daughter moved to college, and we had several family emergencies. An aunt who I love so much passed away in April, and then the following week, my husband was riding his motorcycle. It was, he had a day off work. He went out riding his motorcycle and he got hit by a car and got pretty seriously injured. Took several months to get back to where he could go back to work. But that occurred at a very pivotal time when it came to planting in the field and seed starting, because my dogs are playing. Because they're like mid-April. I've already got some of my summer seeds started, but that's when I really start hardcore starting summer seeds. And unfortunately, I won't home during that time, and I was busy, you know, helping take care of him, shuttle him around to appointments, as well as being mom and, you know, attempting to manage my full-time job and the farm. And I did my best at all of them. Failed in a lot of ways, but I did my best. So, our grow, a lot of flowers died during that time, stuff that I had already transplanted out to the field, because that week is the week that our temperatures went from comfortable, nice, cool, calm, warm to 90 degrees. So I went here to water the field, and I lost a lot of my seedlings for the summer that I had already transplanted out. So we were having to start from scratch. So my season, as far as my summer flowers, started a lot later. My spring flowers ended early because of the sudden heat wave, which is very unexpected. Kid you not, 2 days ago, we still had snow on the ground. It's 65 degrees outside right now, Eastern North Carolina. But, yeah, so we had, even though we had expanded our grow operations, sorry, I'm just trying to warm up my water. Even though we had expanded our grow operations, we kind of balanced out to about what we had last year, maybe just a hair more as far as flower availability due to the loss and the delay in getting more started. So one thing that I want to do is focus more on that. Hopefully we won't have those issues this year. I've been praying. Last year, weather-wise, was very hot and dry. Grab some water real quick. So our weather was really hot and dry here. And where we grow at, the hose is, trying to keep this off my clothes. The hose, not the hose, but the pump for the field for the water pump for the field is so far away from the, I'm making a pure tea mess, is so far away from the field. There's really not enough to power a sprinkler. And so, enough pressure to power the sprinkler. So, I have to water with hand, or by hand with a hose. This will work. So I spent a lot of time watering, and like I said early in the season with that heat wave, I lost a lot. During the summer, things didn't really grow the best because of no water and high temps for an extended period of time. We're used to having 90s and 100s, but not for the extended period of time that we had it, and not for the amount of rain or lack thereof that we had. So I lost a lot in the field that way too. I tried my best to keep the flowers happy and watered and wet, but inevitably I didn't do the best. I did my best, but it just wasn't enough. So lost a lot. Tried to keep happy flowers by keeping them fertilized, and it helped some, but they still end up weakened. I don't want to say sick. They weren't sick, like they weren't diseased, but they were more susceptible to pest and disease, like blight and things like that come along with the weather. So I lost a lot, and our season ended early. This is not coming together the way I want it to. It's supposed to form a dough. It is more like wet liquid. Maybe we need 2 cups of flour. And we're just experimenting at this point. So our season ended early. Typically here, our season doesn't end until the 1st of November when we get our first frost. We ended up getting a frost early this year. And then, of course, our season just ended because of the pest, the drought. It was frustrating on so many levels. Well, that looks more like the dough I was needing. Dough. So, like I said, there were a lot of good things that happened. We made a lot of new contacts last year. We had more bouquet bars. We had more like flower bucket sales, which was pretty awesome. I enjoy doing just buckets full of flour for people. So we had a lot more of those this past year, which is pretty awesome. One thing that also kind of failed last year was getting flowers regularly to some of our local folks who want to have them in their shop. I really let them down, and I feel really bad about that. With everything that was changing in our lives last year, and just all the events of the year, it didn't work out, and I felt bad about it. So I have a new kind of commitment this year in my brain that I'm going to make that happen. I want to have flowers downtown. I want to have flowers at a Mercantile and Everett's. I want to have them available different places here. I want to be able to have them back at the farmer's market here, as well as still having them at the Harbor District Market. So we're going to do everything in our power to try to make that work. I'm going to cover this, and I'm going to set this in my oven. My oven's not on. I just have the light on preheat, so the dough will rise, hopefully. I'm going to set this to the side. And I'm going to work on my chicken, because I am going to attempt to make buttermilk chicken tonight. I've never made it before. So I am stoked about that. I'm going to go grab the ingredients, and I'll be right back, and I'll finish talking about the good and the bad of 2024. So like I said, I do want to have flowers available to more people locally, as well as at the Harbor District Market, and I'd like to continue to expand the operations and you know, make them available in more places. So we'll see how that works out. I'm totally winging this. I have the fault of looking at recipes and thinking I can remember them in my head, and then just completely winging it and screwing it up. So, yeah. Maybe the Southern will come out in me and I'll actually do this right. So, for 2024, like I said, I want to have flowers available locally, work with the people that I worked with in the previous year. They're wonderful people. They helped me really make a lot of contacts and get things going. So I definitely want to start working with them again. But I really do like how we changed how we did our paper. We started using stamps instead of stickers, and I like how we expanded on the dried flower stuff that we offer. That was pretty awesome. So there was a lot of good. 2024 was a big learning experience for growing in a bigger, a more expanded area. It was pretty awesome that way. So I can't complain in that sense. I'm gonna go grab my garlic. So for the record, I absolutely love using fresh garlic. I like to grow garlic. It takes a long time to grow. Ugh, get it. But today I opted for garlic just so I wouldn't be making such a mess. Sorry, I had a text message on my screen, so I was turning my head to read. Oh my goodness, I might have to get my son in here. Oh, I got it. Oh, victory is mine. So, yeah, so I like some of the changes we made there with the way we wrapped the bouquets, the way the bouquets were styled. I liked it. I liked how we had our table set up at the Harbor District Market. I liked offering pickup here at the house. That was really cool. That was really convenient for a lot of people who wanted flowers, but they couldn't get to the market and our schedules didn't exactly align. So that worked out great. I love our dried flower stuff that we did this year. I'm constantly looking for new ways to evolve that and improve on that. So, yeah, you'll see little changes here and there. But those are some things that I think went great. So, we'll just keep working on these things, keep moving forward, and keep improving, because every year in business, you should learn something. I don't put too much salt in there. I'm trying to find my paprika. It's buried at the back. Ooh, I'm gonna add some. Slappy mama. So what do I hope for 2025? I'm actually going to do a different video for that one. But some of the lessons learned in 2024 and how we're going to change and move forward in 2025 is I've got my, sorry, that was not a pretty angle. I've got my seeds started. I'm really going to focus on building the soil in the field and really improving on it, because the healthier your soil, the healthier your flowers will be. I don't like using synthetic products. I don't like using like chemicals and stuff. I try to do it as natural as possible. So I want to focus on doing that. Again, I want to expand what we offer and how much we offer as far as the number of flowers we have. I want to grow a larger quantity. And yeah, I want to do better at documenting everything too. I kind of sucked at that this year, but it is what it is. But yeah, so that's kind of my thoughts on 2024, what went good, what went bad, and kind of how I'm going to use that to move forward, to hopefully improve. So we shall see. I'm going to try to keep everyone healthy and happy, try to keep a schedule. Definitely don't let things get in my way. Just trying to find a fork without having to wash my hands. So, yeah. And if you've never seen this trick, when you're making chicken tenders, there's like a little membrane right there. If you can see it. So I take my paper towel and I grab that little membrane. Hey puppy. And I stick my fork with the membrane and I just pull it down. You didn't know you were gonna get a reflections video and a cooking video all in one, did you? Ta-da! There we go. So yeah. So lots of unplanned things, but that's life. Happened last year. We pivoted, we adapted, we did the best we could. The weather was not our friend. I want to focus on more regular watering and just trying to build the soil up so even in times of drought, the plants will be a lot happier. One thing I do want to do is kind of pivot with some more perennials as well, particularly drought tolerant ones. So been doing my research, seeing how that's going to work out, and definitely share that in the future. Well, I've rambled long enough. I'm going to finish with these chicken tenders so they can marinate a little bit before I cook. My next video will be my vision for 2025. I'm excited to share that with you. I'm going to sit down and actually like write down my thoughts so they won't be quite so chaotic and over the place like this one was done. So that's also something I want to do in 2025, is to formulate my thoughts before making these videos. At least ones where I'm not just in the field playing and having fun. Well, thank you so much for joining me. I hope you have a blessed day, and I hope you come back to see me again.